Hey, what's up, fam? I see people have taken a liking to Chainsaw Man. Everyone that I've recommended it to so far has really liked it, and I know the rankings in Shonen Jump aren't, they're not like absolute, like this is where things are ranked in terms of absolute popularity. It's more of like how they felt recently. But it seems like Chainsaw Man is doing pretty well for itself. I'm enjoying it. This review will mostly be chapter 5 because chapters 3 and 4, I mean, you could really sum it up into Denji gets he gets his temporary partner. He's gonna meet all the other characters that are gonna be in his normal roundabout kind of crew. You get the first one, Japanese guy. I don't remember his name. Asian guy with the sword, but he obviously they don't get along. The guy's like, "This is a serious job. You're just here to fuck around and try and hit on the boss." And Denji's like, "Yeah, I like Denji's awkward honesty. I think it's really weird because you don't we still don't have like a lot about his like in-depth personality, but you get enough to understand him, and I think that's pretty cool. That leaves a lot open to into him developing a lot as a character. I think it's just because the way that obviously we know his backstory and the way that he was, that he just doesn't have a whole lot to him because he never had the chance to. And so we're gonna see him grow a lot. I think that's pretty cool. And then in the chapter 4, we see them fight a a fiend, which is a human whose body's been taken over by a devil, and he kills him. And he's like, he takes these like nudie mags. He just beheads it with an axe. He doesn't even kill it with his chainsaw powers, which I really was upset about because I wanted to see that dude hype, like his reaction to Chainsaw Man, essentially a version of Denji. But we didn't get that yet. Maybe it's being saved for later, just to have that that moment where the douche guy realizes like how wrong he's been about the main character. Those can be handled really well. Those can definitely be handled super well, even if it's even if it's common, as long as it's just handled the way that it feels natural, then it's fine. But what I really want to talk about is this character Power that Denji gets teamed up with, because she's really interesting actually. She's a fiend that is in their devil hunting organization because she's pretty intelligent and kind of competent in terms of being a fiend. She's not like a what you'd see as some like, yeah, I'm a really grouchy demon person. I want to kill and do stuff. She seems pretty logical. It looks like she likes to do it because she wants to fight, but also because she probably would get killed by uh, the main chick, whose name I also forgot. But I feel like Power is going to be the main, the female lead, and the chick, I forget, it's like Makami, Makima, whatever her name is. She's going to be more like the older senior boss kind of character. You get Urza Scarlet or fucking Kakashi Hatake, something like that, where their thing is they're being the more senior, much more powerful character that will be just kind of that like check person, the authoritative figure, really, I guess. But I'm guessing she's also going to be really powerful because it looks like a lot of people respect her. She seems pretty highly placed in their crew. You also find out some cool stuff that their squad is experimental. Obviously, you having a human body that was taken over by a demon, but also a human body that melded with a demon. So you're getting some pretty cool stuff. But I like Power, essentially, where I'm going with this. I enjoy her character already. You see, like, just like the first bits about her, she's kind of anxious. She really wants to find some devils, but at the same time, she's bragging that they're not gonna come out when she's around because they're afraid of her. Which I'm curious to know if that's actually true or she's just boasting. But right when she smells blood, she just runs off, excited for a fight, jumps off a building, cuts her wrist, and then forms her blood into a weapon. Which I think it's cool that she's got blood manipulation abilities. I always thought that was one of those powers that you never really get to see on a good guy, and I'm excited for this because those abilities you usually only see on bad characters. You only usually get them for a little bit because either bad character will die or maybe they fade into irrelevancy. But if it's on the main female, it's gonna be pretty cool to see a lot of. I mean, when was the last time I saw like a lot of blood manipulation with Dead Men Wonderland? At least off the top of my head. There's probably some other ones that I've seen since then that I'm forgetting. Oh, the Witch Queen from Black Clover, obviously. Come on, me. But anyway, there's like some guy who's like reporting it, who's a devil hunter, and this dude's like looking at it in a booth. He's like in a phone booth, and this thing is like a giant like Dark Souls monster. It's like a skull with a bunch of flesh around it with a bunch of fingers coming out, and it looks like I don't know. I think they refer to it like a cucumber monster. It does kind of look like a sea cucumber, but I like when Power smashes it, and then she's just like bragging, like in the panel musing, everyone should gaze upon her glory. I thought that was pretty cool. I like that about her. Very interesting for what we get about her. But at the same time, you see her kind of get in trouble, and the second she realizes that she's fucked up for pretty much getting in the business way of another of the demon hunters, she blames it on Denji, and you just get that look of like a dog, like when they think they did something good, they realize they're in trouble, and then they start panicking and they get really sad. I thought that was pretty cool, and then like the back and forth between her and Denji, I liked. Meanwhile, the last part was pretty interesting. The last part of the chapter I thought was pretty interesting, where he's like getting a drink. He's like, "Man, this chick is hard to work with." You find out like her affection for cats, and she's like, "Yeah, you find out her first like kind of character goal is that some devil stole her cat, and she's like, I haven't given up hope that my cat's still alive. I'm gonna go for him." Like, and Denji's just like, "Cat, that's your goal. That's stupid. I don't care about that. Yeah, I'm just in it to squeeze some tits." And she's just like, "Well, if you help me find my cat, you can feel mine." And he's just like instantly 180 changes, and he's like, "Those sons of bitches, they're gonna die stealing cats. I'll kill them. I'll gun them. We're gonna go after them." And what's funny is you can tell that Power, even though she's intelligent for a fiend, you could from what they've said that she's still pretty gullible. She seems a little bit dumb as a person, just like believing Denji, and just that 180, that realistic 180 that I'm talking about is Denji. Even though you don't get a lot from his character, he feels very real, and I like that about him. So that's going to be it for this one, for this chapter so far. 5 chapters into Chainsaw Man, and I've liked it a lot. I think a lot of people have enjoyed it so far. What's the chick's name? Makima. Yeah, that's her name. But just like what we've gotten from him, it's just it's a nice pace from what we got in only 5 chapters. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Have you been reading Chainsaw Man? Are you interested? Everyone so far that's read it that I've talked to has really liked it. I like it. I hope it does really well. If something happens, like it's just showing jumps like, we don't know about this. We're gonna get rid of it. It'll be a very small meltdown. It'll just be me, me ranting about being pissed off at Shonen Jump. But I don't think they will. I think this will do fine. This is very interesting already. Anyway, yeah, drop a comment below on what you think about this. Like the video if you enjoyed this kind of content. You enjoyed Chainsaw Man, and check out my other videos. And if you're already subscribed, or I really appreciate it. And otherwise, thank you very much for listening.